I'm going to put this picture.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Elevate Tribe. We are live here on Facebook. You can go to elevatetribe.com or just go to Facebook and type in Elevate Tribe. We spelled it a little bit weird, but 8 at the end. It is.
I'm not letting you get away with weird. It's not weird. It's right.
It's the right way to do it.
It is the right way to do it.
Change your beliefs. Yeah. It is podcast number 161. Wow. And it is mindset day, Cheryl. We gotta get our minds right.
Listen. Every day I walked into the gym for years. Cheryl, get your mind right.
I love Tuesdays.
Like, yeah, I was like, why on earth does he say that every single time? Well, I'm excited today, Paul, because we are going to talk a little bit about habits.
Yeah, listen, if you want to elevate your life, you got to elevate your habits. Bottom line, this is, if you're going to have a podcast, you're going to put a little asterisk by, you come back to, this is the one right here. Got to elevate your habits.
Yeah, I love it. And who better to talk about habits than
nobody.
James? There is nobody better. So I love this quote. All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. But as that decision is repeated, a habit sprouts and grows stronger. So roots entrench themselves and branches grow. The task of breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a powerful oak within us. I love that, Paul. So it's the task of breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a powerful oak within us. And the task of building a good habit is like cultivating a delicate flower one day at a time. Love it. And I really believe that if you are struggling with some bad habits or trying to uproot this powerful oak, nothing will help you more. I should say nothing has helped me more than having a good habit to cultivate, like a delicate flower one day at a time. I think it's so important because you can change it. I think what happens is it disrupts the pattern, disrupts the habit, right? To keep that in mind.
Bingo. And it's like we talked about off camera that, well, actually we talked in our last podcast, podcast 160, about that not having that potential story there. You gotta, yes, we understand that the oak is there and that the current story is there and that your income isn't where you want it to be, your weight isn't where you want it to be, your health score, whatever is not where you want it to be. We understand that's there, but we're not focused on that. We're focused on the new flower. What is the life we are creating, like Jim Carrey did by writing that $10 million check and putting it in his wallet?
Yeah.
That's what to focus on. And by doing that, what Cheryl and I believe is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cheryl, this is how you explained it to me and I loved it, is that you have to have that delicate flower planted and then the big oak is going to get uprooted. That's the only way you can uproot that big ass oak, is by having that flower planted, a new flower planted, and knowing what that new person, that new life that you want to create, what that looks like.
You bet. And because then you can focus on that. And I think it disrupts the bad habit or the pattern because you're focused and right. And that's really what it is. Energy goes, no, focus, whatever. The energy
focus goes, energy flows.
Thank you. Then and if you can be focused on that potential person that you've written about that you will become, then I think that that's what can help you break those bad habits, uproot the oak.
Absolutely. So our whole thing, our big, retreat that we do, the big course that we teach, how we transform people's lives and help them elevate their life every day, is we do two things for people. We help them create a new story. We know that change your story, change your life. And we come up with a new character for that story. You're actually going to be the hero in your story and really like design a whole new character and be a whole new person. We say that you leave our retreats a different person than you came. And we don't mean that lightly. We mean that you literally become a brand new person and you leave like you're not the same person that came at all. Yeah. So we want to create this amazing life, but we have to work backwards. So I love this thing called backwards design. So if we're going to create an amazing life, what do we got to do? Well, we got to create an amazing year. If we're going to create an amazing year, we got to create an amazing first half of this year. So now we're in May. We're still in the first half of this year. So we're working towards getting towards halftime here, which is July 1st. Win the quarter. So we have the first quarter's over. We're in the second quarter right now, which ends at the end of June. Win the month. We're in the month of May right now. So where's our focus? Winning this month. Well, how do you win a month? Well, you got to win the week. So we're in week 20 of the year right now. So I got 20 wins under my belt. Well, almost, because I'm winning this week too. But right now I got 19 wins under my belt. And I'm gonna now. How do you win the week? Got to win the day. And Cheryl, this is the big problem with people is when we ask people, how do you know you won today? They have a really big blank stare on their face. I have no idea how I won today or what the rules are to winning. So if you win a football game, you won because your score was higher than their score.
Yeah.
But in tennis, right? You know that you won the tournament.
Yeah.
You won more sets than the other person won.
Yes.
But how do you know you won today? That's the $1 million question. So what Cheryl and I came up with, which is revolutionary, is a way to actually come up with a way not only to score life. So we started out by coming up with this health evaluation. We were able to score health, which no one else hasn't been able to do in the world. Not only have we been able to do that, we were able to score life. So now you have a life score, which no one's ever been able to do. And now what we're doing is having a day score, and the day score turns into a week score. The week score turns into a month score, and that turns into a quarterly score and a yearly score. And then lo and behold, your whole life is amazing and exactly the way you want it to be, because you've taken what James Clear has taught us in his book, Atomic Habits, and understand that it's the habits you do every day that ends up creating the life you want. So you have to know what life you want first and write out that potential story like Jim Carrey did. But then you have to do the small things every day to actually be the type of person that can live that life. So if you want to build $1 billion business, what does $1 billion business owner do every day? There's certain atomic habits that person does. And if you do those same atomic habits for your health, for your spirit, for your mind, for your emotions, for your business, for your relationships, you will reap the same results. So it always starts with getting those atomic habits down in place. And if you do those every day, you're going to create this potential life that you really, really, really want. And to be another thing I want to mention real quick, Cheryl, is that we talk about dopamine a little bit. And we're going to talk a lot about that in upcoming podcasts, but what has got to fuel your life? So there's really two things. They're like, there's results I want. So I'm making all this money. I got this health. I got this amazing marriage, or I'm focusing on what do I need to do today to make those things happen. So a lot of people just want to win the game. They want to have the awesome weight and the awesome body and the awesome income, but they don't. Doing these atomic habits every day is like, it's, that's not what brings me the love, joy, peace, the real passion in life. It's got to switch. You got to be, all your passion is in these habits. And then you're just going to naturally achieve this amazing life. And I know, Cheryl, I want you to tell us a story, because this has been, I think, groundbreaking for you to get focused on these atomic habits. Well, first of all, what is the atomic habits that you're going to do every day to create this life that you really, really want? But what is, and we actually have a checklist that we've come up with and a way of scoring each day so that you know whether you won today or not. And we can even just talk about yesterday, Cheryl, because you won. Yes. Not only did you just win yesterday, but you got 100% yesterday. So talk to us about like the life you want to live, just, summarize it. And then the habits you're doing every day that you bet that you're guessing on. It's a good guess that will actually create that life that you really, really want.
Yeah. Let me just say this. I never wanted to do this. As you know, this has taken me we did this back in December, right? For our, get your life score. And then you have all these, oh my gosh, you guys, do not give me a checklist, because I don't want to make a check mark. In the past, I have never wanted, not only have I never wanted to do that, I haven't ever made one, and I haven't ever done that, because I don't like, because that doesn't feel like freedom to me. It doesn't feel like I can do whatever I want. It feels like I have to do this stupid list of check marks. But if I want the life that I've written about, my the life that will have me reach my full potential, then I have to quantify what I'm going to do every day to get that life. And that's a life of happiness, of love, of helping other people. That's what I really, really want. Is I love to contribute to other people's lives, and so to be able to reach that goal of this that I wrote about,
live
this
that life, to live the life you
my
want.
potential, the life that I want to live, then I have to be able to not only win the year, but I have to win every single day and win the morning, right? So for me, the morning is super important. So, because I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock. Like, let's just be honest. I don't want to do that. And I love to sleep. I really like it a lot.
She does.
Right. And so, but that is not going to get me to the life that I want to live. I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk doesn't sleep, 12 hours a day.
And I also love our saying, Cheryl, that live your best life.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Live your best life, right? Don't end up as 70% of the person that you could have become, right? That would be like super sad. So, it's all about that. So it's this checklist that we put together. We have all these different things on it. And Paul, I have to tell you, the craziest thing is, so I've been doing it for a little bit now. And you talk about dopamine and the things that bring you dopamine, which are things that make you feel really good, like fast. Like it doesn't, you don't want to, video games. I think alcohol, pornography is one of the things that I think I was reading that all of those things happen.
Cocaine,
cocaine, all of the things that like bring you pleasure super fast. And so then if you're caught up in anything like that, then you don't want to do something that takes a long time to bring yourself pleasure. You want to just do things that are quick and fast. And so, but the thing is as I've been doing this checklist, it's like the checklist has become more important to me than anything else I can do. So, and we'll tell you guys the list that we have on the checklist that each of you can download and use, because once I really believe once you have kind of that switch in your mind, that the checklist becomes more important, because really it's set up as a way that if you do these things every day, then you will win your day, you'll win your week, you'll win your month, you'll win, and eventually you win, your best life, or the life that you really want to live. Yeah. So I love it, Paul. And something that James Clear said that really stuck out to me is successful people and unsuccessful people have the same goals.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, but I want to be successful. Well, then that's good. Then you need to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do every day. And remember that podcast we listened to yesterday, and they said that one of the most important things that you can do is is it a daily ritual?
Deion Sanders, like, the most important thing in my life is my daily routine.
Yeah, John Maxwell daily routine. Yeah. And it was so funny because right after that, then it was like, and if you don't have time for your daily routine, well, then make time for your daily routine. Because I thought to myself, right when they said that, well, that's fine for people who have time for their daily routine. I don't. I'm super busy. And then they said that right after that. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I got it. Make time for it.
Yeah. So let's burn through the atomic habits that you do every day, Cheryl. You check these off. These are the most important things in your life, because these things will create your best life.
Okay, perfect. So take all your supplements. Super important. One of the most important things that I've done that I absolutely love. So take all your supplements, eat clean. Super important for me to be healthy and eat clean. Drink 100 ounces of water. But
know what that means to get the check mark today, to eat clean, is I didn't have anything bad. I followed my diet. We designed a diet together for you, a meal plan.
Sure.
So These are just statements that you understand what they mean and you understand what it takes to get that check mark.
Right. Drink 100 ounces of water, stretch, workout, and or for me, play tennis. So that was mine. Cold plunge, shower and skincare, which makes me laugh. Yeah, that's important.
Beautiful.
Okay, yep. Update my OS, which is my operating system. So I know what that means. Meditate, journal, personal growth, spiritual time, elevate my business, elevate whatever business you have, elevate other people, elevate my relationship with my kids, elevate my relationship with my family or friends, elevate relationship with my spouse, relax and recharge. That might be the hardest one for me, but I'm working on it. And then if you have any bad habits, then you need to break whatever bad habits that you have going on.
Yeah. So let's say, you're drinking or watching porn or smoking or taking drugs, whatever the bad habit is, can be anything. You actually get a check mark if you don't do that thing today. So we want to create that streak of check marks on this. And the scoring thing works in a day, and it also works in the week, and it also works in the month. So one Google sheet, and the link's right there for you to use. So you can customize this any way you want. We actually help people design ones for themselves. These are pretty good ones, though. I think everyone should have these things on there. But if there's something on there you want to take off, you're not a cold plunger, you can pull that one off, or whatever you're pulling off or putting on. You can customize this thing, and then you can actually see a score at the end of the day. And Cheryl scored a 100 yesterday. So there's 20 things, and Cheryl did all 20. And how did you feel, Cheryl, when you did all 20? And I know for the first time, like, so when we first did this for you, just really briefly tell us about, your mind shift, which I thought was amazing. Because first of all, yes, she's being honest when she said she hates check marks. So now, like, in one day I remember that day, she went from like hating check marks to being like, Paul, this was the most important thing to me was these check marks. And I could see her behavior change instantaneously, because honestly, Cheryl, I didn't tell you this, but I know you're super competitive, and that winning is everything to you, like it is for me. So like scoring 100, like there's no way I'm going to score 90. Are you out of your mind? So it becomes like, I don't want to say you become your own worst enemy, because it's in a positive way, but I'm using your own psychology against you because you love winning, and it's turning your life into this video game where you become addicted to these check marks. And that this is great, because if you become addicted to doing all good things in life, your life will be great. And so
Right.
it's fascinating how this thing works, but there's so much human psychology behind it that, Jerry Seinfeld likes to take credit for the streak thing. I'm not sure if he's the exact one that started it, but it works. He decided that he was going to write a joke every single day, and he would put a check, an X on the calendar every time he wrote one. So this power of streaking, as the days go on, and you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 50 perfect days in a row, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow? What kind of pattern are you in?
Yeah.
You're going to get another 100 tomorrow for sure, because you're not going to break the streak.
Yeah, it's definitely, it definitely becomes a habit, right? All of them become habits and become
Well,
good
like,
habits.
it's a pattern, actually, is what now we've developed, because ultimately we want to turn these habits into a pattern of your life, and it's just who you are. It becomes your identity.
Yeah, which then the thing I love about that is it makes it easy. It's not hard anymore. It's not like, oh, it's
Just who
super
you
hard to
are.
do that.
Yeah.
I have to do that, or whatever it is. It becomes, like you said, your identity. It becomes who you are, which makes everything like it's flow. It's like in flow. You're like,
Yeah.
you just are who you are, but you've decided and designed who you are because that's who you want to be, because you want to live that life. You're living the life that you love, the life that you want to live. And it all starts. And I really believe this. I can't even believe I'm going to say this. But I really believe that it all starts with that decision to get a list of things you're going to do every day, and then and then stick to that daily routine, and stick to checking those things off that will change you and we'll change everything so that you can live the life that you want. Well, Paul, this has been so much fun. It's been absolutely awesome to spend this time with you. And it's been a pleasure spending time with all of you today. Stay committed and stay consistent. Remember that you have the power to elevate your life and the lives of those around you. We can't wait to see you next time. Keep elevating.